Hello everyone. Hope you are doing well. Today I am going to start the lecture series on intellectual property rights or IPR. In this particular video, I will cover the basic understanding of intellectual property. What is intellectual property? What is intellectual property rights? What is the importance of intellectual property, etc. So let's start with property. So what do we mean by property? Everything which is subject of ownership, tangible or intangible, visible or invisible, real or personal, everything that has an exchangeable value, which make up wealth, estate or status. For example, home, land, gold, car, etc. Now, what is intellectual property? Intellectual property is a special category of property created by human intellect or mind in the fields of arts, literature, science, trade, etc. So it is intangible, that is, it is invisible and indivisible in nature and differs from the tangible property such as land, house, gold and car. So there are examples of intellectual property. For example, inventions, which scientist discovers, books, which author writes, designs, which some designer creates, or semiconductor circuits, which are made using our intellect. So these all are intellectual property. Now, what do we mean by intellectual property rights or IPR? So intellectual property rights are the privilege accorded to the creator or inventor of a work in conformance with the laws. So the inventor or the creator is conferred with some special right to use, sell, distribute or offering for sale and restricting others from using the work or invention without his prior permission. Now, why we need to protect the intellectual property? There are two reasons. First, to promote the science and technology, arts, literature and other creative works and to encourage the reward and the creativity. And second, industrial and economic development of a nation. Now, there are various theories for justification of intellectual property as property. So, what a man produces belongs to him, and the immaterial product or a person's intellect may be as valuable as any other material property. Now, there are four theories. First, utilitarian theory, which is given by Jeremy Bentham, which says that allowing a creator to profit from his work is afforded for invention and artistic creation which benefit the society and the human kind. Second theory is personality theory, which is given by Kant and Hegel, which says that a man acquires an absolute right of appropriation by putting his will into any and everything, so thereby making it his. Third theory is the labor theory, given by John Locke. A person who labors upon resources that are held in common has a natural right to the fruits of his efforts. And the last theory is the social planning theory. So intellectual property rights can and should be saved so as to help foster the achievement of a just and attractive culture. Now, intellectual property rights, constitutional imperatives. So according to Constitution, intellectual property rights are absolutely necessary. Right to property was originally a fundamental right under the Constitution. So there were two provisions, Article 19(f), which says right and dispose of property and Article 31, compulsory acquisition of property. So Both the provisions were repealed by the 44th Amendment of the Constitution of 1978, and the right to property was made a legal right under Article 300A, which provides that no deprived shall be deprived of his property save by authority of law. Now this Article 300A is applicable not only to tangible property but also to intangible property such as the intellectual property rights. Now according to entry 49 list on union list of the 7th schedule of the Constitution, gives power to the Parliament to make laws with respect to patents, inventions and designs, trademarks. Now, what is the importance of intellectual property? First, economic and cultural development of society. Now, creativity is the backbone of progress. So, economic and social development of a society is largely dependent on creativity. So, protection of intellectual property encourages the inventor and the creator to create more and motivates others to create new and novel things. Secondly, indicator of innovation. So, intellectual property or IP is one of the important elements in assessing the innovation index of a nation. So, organizations like which are most so the global ranking organizations always have IP as one of the parameters for understanding and grading the science, technology and innovation ecosystem of a nation. For example, according to the Global Innovation Index of 2022, Switzerland is the most innovative country in the world, followed by Sweden, USA and UK. India ranks 40, which is improved from 81 in just 7 years. Now this global ranking can be improved by sensitizing the teaching and scientific communities about the importance of IP and creating infrastructure for the same in the institutes of higher learning. Okay, thank you very much.